Tegra, $229 a month. It's the season of performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding. After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge, Total Landscape Solutions.
It's game day at Toyota of Hollywood. Our All-Stars are here to give you our MVP experience. Join the fun and feast on discounts up to $4,500. Huddle up and score big on a 25 Corolla. Not $26,000, $17,988. It's a tailgate party you don't want to miss. So gobble up the savings at the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Oh, Sam, not again.
Initiating Daddy's back.
Go! Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink. Be the maestro of your own home.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on a new Acura ADX. $239 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
Price, service, selection. Get all this and more at South Florida's #1 loved Subaru store, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Save today with our 3 ways to save. 0% financing, 0 down payment, or make no payments for 90 days from Subaru of Pembroke Pines.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Morning, boys and girls, and welcome aboard. Time to rock and roll on a beautiful Wednesday, December 24th. It is Christmas Eve 2025, and we are at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Come on out, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Come see my guy, Alan, general manager, and all the great people out here, Eric Stampone, all the great people out here ready to make you a deal if you're looking to buy or lease a vehicle. And of course, you can mention our name. You will get $500 off when you buy or lease a vehicle here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And of course, it is day number 18,969 since the Miami Dolphins were world champions. It is day number 8,752 since the Canes were national champions. We're looking for that ticker to reset. Let's see if we can do it, baby. Anyways, would be nice. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here on a Wednesday, which is a beautiful thing here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. We encourage you, of course, to please smash the hell out of the like button whenever you are watching any videos, the shows, anything else. Also hit the notification bell. That way, you know when we go live and breaking news, a pregame, a postgame show, a rant, whatever it is, you know when it drops, like the Ira Winderman interview, which wasn't part of the live show, but we did interview it, and you would have known when it drops. And we had a great interview with Ira yesterday. Make sure you go back to the platform and check it out and hit the like button also. When you're doing that. And of course, you can always make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And we always appreciate that immensely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, visiting our sponsors, hitting the like button, making a donation, many ways to support the show. Of course, the one and only Sean Stanley is mastering the program and getting it done. All right, we got a lot of things to talk about, man. A lot of things. Last night, the Heat, they looked bad. The Panthers, they were phenomenal. And it's funny because the Hurricanes were controlling the game for the first two periods and leading 2-0. And then the Panthers started that third period, and it was like at the 16-minute mark to the 13-minute mark, they go and score 3 goals. And that's it. They took the lead, and they scored a 5-goal third period, which just blew away the Hurricanes. And again, now the Panthers are 8-2 in their last 10. 8-2 in their last 10. That's it. This is exactly what they needed to get back into the race and get back into, playoff contention and all that. And that's what they're doing now. If you look at the standings, they're right there in the mix. And that's exactly what, and the beauty is they're still not completely healthy. They're going to be getting some guys back. Kachuk is still not back yet. He's going to get back, but it'll be any week now. I think either in the next week or two. It should be at the end of this month or the beginning of January. He should be back. And so that'll be an absolute jolt to the team. And they've got a couple of other guys that are going to be coming back. Again, the Barkov one is the only one that we're waiting for, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And I just have a good feeling about Barkov making a comeback at some point during the playoffs. And that'll be really inspirational if that happens. So we'll see if they get it done, man. It would be really, 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 really nice if it happens. But that was impressive yesterday. Bob had some incredible saves yesterday. The what's it called? The goal by what was it, by Cunnin? What Ekblad did on the corner to fight through that for that possession, and then he fires it, and then the rebound, Cunnin was able to put it in, but that was all made by Ekblad's, hustle and stuff. I mean, there was just a lot of things that went on in the game. Really cool, dude. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. Sean, do me a favor. Give me 30 seconds here. I'm sorry. I got to clear my nose a second here.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Price, service, selection. Get all this and more at South Florida's #1 loved Subaru store. Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Save today with our 3 ways to save. 0% financing, 0 down payment, or make no payments for 90 days. From Subaru of Pembroke Pines.
All right, we are back. And sorry about that. I'm still in the process of this. You know, Alan, the general manager here, he goes to me, I had it for 7 weeks. So this is my 4th week coming back from Madrid. And it's still like it's thinning out, but it's the weirdest cold in the world because it's just mucus. That's it. There's no body cold. There's no body aches. There's no fever. There's no stomach ailment. There's nothing. Nothing. You get nothing except stuffiness. That's it. That's the only thing. And that's the only thing you fight throughout the day or the night or whatever it is. But actually, my nights are gotten a lot better sleeping, too, because there's less stuffiness and all that kind of stuff. It is kind of thinning out already and everything. Maybe a little too much information, but I appreciate your patience and hanging in there because, damn, dude. Somehow or another, I knew when I was in Madrid and it was 50 degrees on a consistent basis. It got to 60. It got a little bit to the high 40s, but it was raining and all that. And I go, man, a whole week of cold and rain. This is going to catch up to me at one point. Plus two 8-hour plane trips, which, you know, you're in a plane with 300 people. Nasty, all kinds of crap flying around. So, yeah. Somehow or another, I knew that was going to catch up to me. And it caught up to me that trip, dude. It caught up to me. The only good thing that, again, I have to say is that it's not a bad, although, I don't know, do I want like a bad cold for 1 week or just all this crap for weeks? Yeah, maybe, right? The bad one and then just get through it and just get done. Have a fever, get done, you know? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yep.
Because also with this one, it felt like you were kind of like today. You sound stuffier today than you did, like last week. So it's like it feels,
it goes up and down.
Yeah.
It all depends. And then there are moments where I'm a little drier, and then there are moments where I'm not. You know, and it's just like it's crazy, dude. Let's see, Big O, the best head coach for the Dolphins is McCarthy. Well, I mean, you know, that's all subjective, of course. True Fin Fan says, left my pig ready for La Caja China at 5 a.m. and came to work. Thankfully, I got this show to make the day easier. Thank you, sir. That is very kind. Very kind. Why are people talking about moving up in the draft? Because they've got no other better subjects to talk about. And so, I don't know if you watched the show yesterday, but we addressed the stupidity of, let's move up to number 1 with the Giants, and you can check that out. Actually, he already made it a segment, and the rant is out there. And you should check it out. It's just silliness and desperation from Dolphin fans and whatever. Jeff in Long Island, Merry Christmas to you, sir, and Happy Holidays. Think Blue Dodgers, Merry Christmas to you, sir, and Stephen Harris. NorCal. Aquavision, Ted in New Jersey, Anthony Kyle Campos, Michael Desire, Merry Christmas, Stony Stanley, Merry Christmas to you, sir. Let's see. What is it? Is that Tira Pedo? I know tirapeo, but not tirapedo. But I guess he says, good morning, Big O and Sean. Feliz Nochebuena. Wishing you and the fam best Merry Christmas. Thank you, sir. Joseph and Gus 1388 and Aquavision. Thank you all out there. Rosendo. Yes, sir. Pat in Asheville. Oh, got that paella virus. That's it. That's a good one right there. Drippy like a paella. I like it. I like it. I like it. What is going on with the Heat? No stars, dude. No stars. Like, this was a developmental year, is what I've been saying. It's not like, you have no stars. So it's interesting. You bring up the Heat. This weekend, tomorrow, you're going to have a lot of things to watch. It's going to be a lot of football games, right? Dallas is at Washington. Horrible game. Detroit's at Minnesota. Horrible game. Denver's at KC. Horrible game. Why? Because Dallas and Washington aren't even in the playoffs. Nobody cares. It's just a rivalry matchup of two mediocre teams. Detroit is still in the playoff mix, but Minnesota isn't. And J.J. McCarthy is injured again. Yeah, of course he's not playing. And they need to go get themselves another quarterback, by the way. Denver and KC. Well, KC's season is done. It's over, dude. Denver will coast here. They're favored by 13. Yeah, and it'll probably get worse than that by the time kickoff rolls around. So, and this is funny because this is all Heat related too at the same time. Okay? So stay with me on this. This is funny. So tomorrow, you're going to have all those football options. Did you watch last night? Last night was an awesome thing to watch. The Spurs and OKC. So Spurs beat OKC 130 to 110. The Spurs have handed OKC two of their 4 losses, I'm sorry. Okay. And all their losses were like by 2 and 5 points. Yesterday by 20. And this is the NBA Finals. It's just played on the Western Conference, but it's the NBA Finals. Nobody in the East is beating the Spurs or OKC. Nobody. Not the Knicks. Nobody. Okay. So OKC is now 26-4. Spurs are 22-7. And on Saturday at 2:30 on ABC, towards the middle of that crappy Dallas-Washington game, and it'll probably run into the beginning of the Detroit-Minnesota game, I will be tuned out of football, and I will be watching OKC and the Spurs, because that's turning into the best rivalry in basketball. That's turning into what could be the Western Conference Finals, and really, let's be honest, the NBA Finals, because whoever advances will smoke anybody in the East. It does not matter who gets through. If the Knicks get through, or somebody else gets through, it doesn't matter, okay? And I'm sorry about my cold. But it doesn't matter who gets through, because you're not going to survive. Now, let me explain something to you. And this is where I'm spinning it and going into the Miami Heat. And this is not hindsight. This is what I've been talking about for a while. Okay? I've been wanting you to move off of the super role player. I've been wanting you to move off of Tyler Hero. And now that you have Norman Powell and Wiggins, you could probably get first rounders for them too, because they can help out playoff teams, right? And go young. Ware last night struggled. Ware only put up 5 points, but he only shot 8 times. One of 3 from three-point range. Had 9 rebounds and 2 steals, but an off night. Okay, that's fine. We'll see if he can continue to improve and get back to how he was playing the last couple of games, and that's fine. I don't expect him to put up those numbers every night. You're going to have a little bit of a stinker, right? But Miami is 2-9 in the last 11, and Miami is really stubborn, and they're so stubborn in Riley and the way they're set. They keep wanting to do things the old-fashioned way, which does not fly anymore in the NBA. And here's where we're coming back full circle again. Look at the Spurs. You know, the Spurs first built their dynasty through the draft. And then they went through, obviously, the dynasty burnt out, got old, and it was done. Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili moved on. And then now also Pops has moved on. But the organization is still a great organization. And they went through some rough times, and they sucked for several years, and they went into the lottery. And now go look at their team. Last night, Wemby played 23 minutes off the bench. Wemby had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, and they kicked OKC's ass by 20. That's how loaded the Spurs are, because the Spurs are loaded with young talent that they went back into the draft and back into the draft and back into the draft, and they hit. And that's what I've been telling you, that's what the Heat have needed to do the last couple of years, and they refused to do it. And once again, they went the old way, because Mickey Arison, while he's a billionaire, he's not the billionaire that Moss is, and he's not the billionaire that Viola is. Those guys are aggressive billionaires that they don't care about losing money or taking real chances. Mickey and company are very deliberate about it. So they're going to go after somebody if it's really obvious. And, but like in this case, they don't want to reset because they're afraid the arena will empty out and then he won't make as much money. So they want to make a team that's good enough to keep you interested, to keep you, maybe they make the playoffs and you're hanging in there, but really they're not. They're not doing anything. They're a middling team nowadays, year in and year out. And the worst thing that happened to the Heat organization was getting to the NBA Finals with Jimmy Butler, because they got spoiled, because they got it during the bubble year, which was a fake year. It was a shortened year, and it was different circumstances, and it went their way. And then the other year, everything went their way, where they had Embiid injured, and they had who was the other guy that was injured? Giannis was injured. So they got breaks, and they got to the finals, and then they got smoked by Denver. But somehow or another, then they got talked into it by a player that says, oh, don't worry about it. We can coast and we can get in, and which is not the normal. You don't, when you're the 7-8 seeds, you don't end up going to the finals. That happened once in your lifetime. It's not going to happen anymore, but that's fine. So now they got into that drug, and now they want to get out of that drug. But they want to go back to their old ways, and they don't change with the times. And so the times are running them over. And look at what I'm doing now. I'm going to watch the San Antonio Spurs tomorrow over football, because the Spurs at OKC are a much better game than anything the NFL is going to put on the field tomorrow. Okay? And the Spurs and OKC are developing one hell of a rivalry. And kudos to the Spurs, because they have won 5 titles in their history, and now they are positioned to put themselves up to win a 6th title. And guess what they did? They sacrificed. They did what you're supposed to do in today's world. And you know why they do it, Sean? Because they're a small market team. So they have to do it. They have to do what they have to do in Salt Lake. They have to do what they have to do in Charlotte, Orlando, and other smaller cities, that you better draft well, because you're not going to be a free agent destination. Nobody wants to go to Detroit. Nobody wants to go to Indiana. So you better draft and you better trade well. And that's exactly what the San Antonio Spurs did in the first go around when they built their dynasty. And now here they are again, and they went through the tough times, proving that, yes, Miami Heat, You have done a phenomenal job. Pat Riley, you've done a great job, but you did it under different rules. Now the rules are different. Now the rules don't allow you to go buy players. The rules don't allow you to put together a super team anymore. The only way you're going to put super teams together is through the draft. And they refuse to tear it down and be bad for a couple of years and go into the lottery a couple of years and maybe, possibly find yourself a star or two. Why not? Why not? And as I keep saying, and I'll be consistent about all of this, the only team in South Florida history that has earned the mulligan to say, hey, we're going to take a couple steps back. We're going to be bad for a couple of years because we're going to reset, but we're going to try to, find new stars and, go into the lottery and those kind of things. I think the Heat Nation wouldn't have a problem with that. I think most people that are intelligent, oh, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. I think most people that are intelligent know, go ahead, man. Go ahead, do your thing. Most people that are intelligent know that the best way to get, ahead in the NBA is exactly that. Pay the price, get back into the lottery. That's where you're going to get your kids. That's where you're going to get your stars. Because the top stars of every draft, they're going to be taking the first couple of picks. And then after that, it's a crapshoot. Maybe Ware's a star. Maybe Larson's a star. Maybe Yakuchonis is a star. I don't know. But time will answer that. But for now, if you keep running your head into a wall, Miami Heat, doing it your way, because you keep ending up in what you are is a play-in team. And you keep marrying yourself to talent that is not stars. Because Bam Adebayo is not a star, never has been, and never will be. And I think we've pointed that out over and over. Now everybody's on Orlando Island now with the super role player. Even Ira Winderman. Okay, I finally got Ira Winderman over as super role player. All right? I mean, it's obvious. He's a terrific player. You want him, but he's a third guy at best. At best. Too passive, doesn't have the attitude of a star. Stars are aggressive. Stars are selfish at times. They have to be. That's why they take over. He has none of those qualities. He has great qualities in every other way, but he's just not a star. That's all. And there's, by the way, no shame in that. None whatsoever. But there's shame in the way the Miami Heat continue to do business when it's the kind of business that will never bring you a title again. And those are the facts. Just look at the Spurs. Just look at OKC. Just look at Detroit. Look at some of the best teams in the league, and they have paid the price. And that's why they're rebounding, because they're teams that went back into the lottery, and that's the only way you're going to get better, man, unfortunately. And I think that creates excitement for the Miami Heat. I remember back in the day when we drafted Cycli and we drafted Rice, and when you draft those young players and you're building, it does become an exciting time. And if you just get the one guy, the place gets full again. Just the one guy. Even if you're not a great team, but you're a playoff team, but you're building around that one star, which you don't have now.
Not even close.
Not even close. Yes, sir. You going to say something?
No, I was going to say, and also, I mean, when you look at the teams in the East, most of them are so bad at drafting because the same teams are always
right
at the bottom. And to me, the Heat seem to be a team that can at least find talent, even when it's in the upper levels in the middle. I would believe they could find the talent when it's right there in front of their face at the top.
Right.
And then with the Spurs too, the first time they kind of lucked into it because of the injury, and then they ended up tanking correctly.
Yeah, but Parker and Ginobili were not.
No, that's true. That's true. And then when you bring that one up,
without Parker and Ginobili,
now you're rebuilding it again.
You don't
it's almost 3 times they've built this.
Right.
When you look back, I mean, going
Well, Robinson first,
Yeah,
and
Robinson,
then the Duncan Robinson, Parker
and then they
Ginobili,
kept going
and then
on.
now, it's like, come on, man, enough already. Look at OKC, how loaded they are. They went to the lottery a bunch of times. There's nothing wrong with that. I really can't stand the stuck up nature is the best word I can use. Arrogance from the Miami Heat that we are above that. So you're above being great again. Okay, fine. No problem. All good, bro. That's what you want to do. Then, I get it. You're the Dolphins. You had your play. You had your Shula run. Shula got old. Shula didn't adjust. Shula got kicked out. They never found their way again. Miami Heat, is that what you want to do? Go ahead. You're on your road. As I've pointed out, right? From 04, 05, when you got Shaq, to 04 to 14, that was your 70s for the Dolphins. Now from 15 to 25, where you made 2 finals, but you weren't really, whatever, just like the Dolphins did in the 80s. You just went from 15 to 25. You just went through the 80s for the Dolphins. The Heat are mirroring the Dolphins. Mirroring. Like, it's exactly, Heat got 3 and Dolphins got 2 titles. It's about the difference. But it's the same decades. Same decades. 05 to 15 is the 70s for the Dolphins. And now 14. And now 15 to 25 has been the 80s for the Heat and the Dolphins. And now we're going into the 90s. And, so it'll start to get worse and worse and worse because the Heat are mirroring the Dolphins as an organization that does not adjust to what's happening in the world. Sorry, bro. It is what it is. The Heat's still dealing in dollars, and they don't know they've got to go to Bitcoin. Sorry. The Heat is still on a rotary phone. They forgot that we're digital now. So, it's up to the Heat. The Heat is still rolling up and rolling down their windows in the cars. The rest of us, we got electric windows in our cars. That's the Heat. You want to stay old-fashioned, then you will fall behind. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. Merry Christmas to you, Earl. Joe, I want any kind of coach. It doesn't matter to me, offensive or defensive. I want a good head coach. John Harbaugh's been a terrific head coach, an excellent head coach. He's a special teams coach. You have guys that are defensive coaches, and you have guys that are offensive coaches. It does not matter to me. A great coach is a great coach, period. He knows how to build a staff. Mike Vrabel's a defensive coach, and yet he knows how to build entire staffs. So, in fact, his offensive coordinator is one of the guys that they've talked about as a candidate down the line for head coach. He won't get a head coaching job now, but he's one of those guys that will start getting into the rhythm over the next couple of years if he continues having success, of course. Juan Mendoza. Let's see. Okay. All right. Juan is certainly doing some serious drugs today. Let's see. Nikolai Big O. The reason aliens don't want to come to Earth is because Stephen Ross. Have you seen Stephen Ross's ears? I think he's kind of an alien. Yeah. That's a satellite. Yeah. He does have 2 satellite dishes. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, yep. Jay Bird, Merry Christmas to you, sir. And happy holidays and happy New Year. And obviously, I know you just celebrated Hanukkah. So let's see. What else? Thank you, O-Town. Appreciate it. 3 Beyond says, "Oh, is that what the Dolphins should do? Just build through the draft for a few years?" Yeah, they should. Well, yeah, of course. That's what you should do. And they got you extra picks. Leads me to this on the Dolphins side that I find kind of funny. So yesterday, Anthony Weaver, I find some things absolutely hilarious. And one of them is when people don't really understand or refuse to or want to act like it. I don't know which one it is with Anthony Weaver or some of you in the media. Okay. I'm not worried about the fans. But this is from Anthony Weaver yesterday. Barry Jackson put it together in his tweet. He said, whether he's here next year or not, whenever we assemble a group, we need the opportunity to be brought together earlier than we were. Whoever is going to be part of this, we need them here. We can't be piecemealing this in August. And so then Barry writes, several key defensive veterans were added post OTAs or July or August by front office. Okay. We explained it on the show here. Maybe Barry didn't. Maybe Chris Perkins didn't. Okay. Maybe Dave Hyde didn't. Maybe the Dolphin writers didn't do it in general. I'm not sure. I didn't read all their articles. Okay. I don't know if Kyle Krabs did it. I'm not exactly sure, but we talked about it in the offseason. This was a fiscal reset year. They failed. So they weren't spending any money. In fact, they traded for picks for the future. They spent no money, big money in free agent. James Daniels was not a big free agent spending. I think it's like $8 million a year. That's a less than middling free agent. Okay, that's not a top tier. It's barely a second tier, almost a third tier type free agent. It's not a lot of money to spend $8 million on a guard. So, like, who told you that they were going to be competitive this year? Those are things that I don't understand from people. If you're covering the team and you're watching what went on and you're talking to fans and you're writing or you're on radio or you're on TV and you're trying to make a case for the Dolphins to be a playoff team or something along those lines or a winning team, I'm sorry, did you check the coaching staff? Did you check the talent that's on the roster? Did you check the fact that they didn't spend much in free agency? All those kind of things. So if you do the math tells you they weren't going to be anything this year. That's why we told you that at best it's a 7-10 season. Oh, let's see if they even get to 7. They're at 6. So we assessed it right. So I'm not sure what Anthony Weaver was expecting. He didn't know that this was kind of a fiscal reset. I'm sorry if some of the writers didn't know. Not sure if Alan Poupart wrote about it or Omar Kelly. Not sure what all of their predictions, what they were writing, but I know what we said on this show from the get-go. This was going to be a bad year. This was going to be a bad year. Oh, my God. Oh, please don't tell me that. This has never been the show for the soft. This has never been the show for those of you fans that are just, pom-poms and everything's unicorns and rainbows and all that. We're not going to do that. we're going to blow smoke up your ass when you're the Panthers. But when you're the Heat, we're going to tell you what you're doing wrong, dude. We're going to be brutally honest. We're not on the Heat shows here. We're not on the Heat station. Okay? I'm not worried about getting an interview from the Heat or not, so I'm not trying to be on their good side. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to play any of the politics. So when I look at the comments from Weaver, I find it funny. I find it hilarious. Like, you didn't know? Like, dude, last year they gave you no secondary. And you had to figure it out, and it took you a little while to figure it out. What's the difference? It's the same thing. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Weaver, I also said in the preseason that you weren't going to do much for the first half of the year, that you would figure it out in the second half of the year. How come I knew what you were going to do and you didn't? How come I knew what he was going to do and neither of the writers probably did it? I don't know. Please show me an article of a writer locally that told you Weaver will struggle, but he'll figure it out in the second half, you know, and the defense will be, you know, what would I call it? I would call it serviceable, like last year. 100% right. So that's where we have a problem in our business. We have a problem in our business that people are afraid to be brutally honest, or they can't read the room. I think a lot of them can't read the room. And then some of them have to play this game that they're afraid of telling you the truth when it's really bad, because they're afraid that you won't tune in no more. You won't read. Well, there's nothing to, you know, like I'm telling you, next 2 years, it's a wash for the Dolphins. They'll be going through fiscal issues, and they will be resetting their team, and they'll be rebuilding. I'll be here for it, but don't expect much. Become more of a Panther fan, or the Canes. That's what I would tell you. But expect a lot of suffering with the Dolphins coming up, you know. And when I see these comments from Weaver and all that, it's just funny to me that it's just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why not just be honest about it? Say, no, I know this was going to be a tough year for us, you know, and when we had to put things together late, but I understood why. That's what you should be saying. Don't give me this whole thing. Oh, we got to bring them earlier. Of course, everybody would like that in a perfect situation, but the screw-ups from the 2 years before that did not allow you to do that anymore. They had to reset. The worst thing that they would have done this past offseason would have been to go spend more money in free agency and mortgage more of the future, and then more dead cap money down the line. They didn't want to do that. It's the weirdest thing. The general manager's job was on the line, and he did everything not to save it. It's the weirdest. I've never seen that in my life. I talked about this in the offseason, that this was like the most selfless offseason for a general manager, because Tannenbaum would have never done that. Shula would have never done that. They all spent. They all went crazy trying to save their jobs and trying to win. Every one of them in the past. Wanstead, you name it. Wanstead was trading future picks and money and all that kind of stuff. It's normal. What's abnormal is what happened this offseason. You knew the shit hit the fan. You had failed, and you went and did the responsible thing in the offseason? Like, it's the craziest thing. Like, this offseason made no sense for guys that their asses were on the line. It's the weirdest thing. Weirdest thing. So now we have an extra third, an extra fifth over the next 2 years. And they didn't really spend any extra money here because they had already spent before. It's crazy, dude. I've never seen that in my life. Never seen that in my life. That's a new one right there. And that one thing, Dolphins should be grateful. that you're happy that he's gone, right? A lot of you are happy that Chris Greer is gone. You should be really happy that he took a very quiet offseason in 2025 because he could have made the rebuild over the next couple years even worse if he misspends any more anywhere else. So, those things actually were very beneficial to the Dolphins. Let's see. Pipe Man Slim wants to vote me as a special advisor to the Earman Ross. Eric says, you knew from the beginning this was going to be bad. I thought about it and totally agreed. Keith Fowler, Merry Christmas to you, sir. Next year is going to be even worse. Just everyone wait. It probably will. Probably will be a bad year. But we kind of need a couple of bad years. There's nothing wrong with a couple of high draft picks. It makes it a lot easier for bad front offices. So, Jay Sherman, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Rosendo. He says, thanks for being optimistic. I'm just realistic, bro. I'm realistic. Just like the Panthers this year, right? Everybody's doom and gloom, and I'm like, no, dude, this is going to be cool. This is going to be good. They'll get better as the year goes on. They'll get healthier. And if they get into the playoffs and they make a run, it'll be even sweeter overcoming all of this. And this is the one team that can do it. So you get the optimism when you deserve it. You get the pessimism when you deserve it also. That's how it is. Let's see. Weaver, the same Weaver. Hey, Frank, I have a brain. Unfortunately, Stephen Ross doesn't. You know what I mean? I would have put Weaver as a head coach right after week 3 and give him a chance, at least better than Mike McDaniel. I understand what I'm criticizing him about with the whole defense, but that's him giving out an excuse to help him out a little bit or whatever. But, it is what it is. That part I just laugh at. That has nothing to do with the fact that he's a hell of a coach. You know what I mean? The bigger question, Frank, is at the beginning of the year when the defense was stinking out and a whole bunch of people were calling Weaver a bad coach, where are they now? Okay? Weaver's a hell of a coach. Just because I thought his comments were full of shit, that has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So, let's see. What else? Brett Dodger in the house. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Thank you for that. And I hope you have also a happy and healthy 2026. Thank you out there. Don't forget, we're here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And, of course, we love the folks here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. I was talking to Alan right now, and we've got the end-of-the-year sales event going on right now, and the offers are getting better. You get a $250 Amazon gift card with any new car purchase, plus up to $2,000 trade-in bonus. Offers cannot be combined. You will also enjoy 90 days with no payments, and the first 2 oil and filter changes included with every new Subaru. And with approved credit, offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details, and the offer ends on December 31st. You can drive home with a Crosstrek for just $199 a month, or step into the Outback for $297 a month with 0% financing available. And if you're looking to go greener, the Forester hybrid models are in stock right now. Take advantage. Mention us. You will get $500 off when you come on out here. Tell me Big O sent me. Looking to buy or lease a vehicle, you would get $500 off. And, of course, not the $500 off for me. That is any time, but all the other offers end on December 31st. Call them also, 754-799-4129, or stop by here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. I see you got the Fort Lauderdale logo up there too. Oh, I saw it. The girls are back on the 31st, actually, of January. Yeah, they're off till January 31st. Yeah, they had a couple of big breaks. Yep. So yeah, they are off there. And of course, you can get tickets. You can use that QR code right there. Since you put it back. Anyway, good people there at Fort Lauderdale United. And Murias? What about it? Eric?
Is there an Eric?
Yeah, bottom left corner. Bottom left is Eric.
Oh, because he was on our chat when we were doing a Squared Circle Digest one day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, he's a wrestling guy.
Okay, cool.
He says he got back into wrestling because of you.
Oh, all right.
He's been following wrestling, and so he's kind of getting into it. So you got the Jaybird back into it also.
Yes, yeah. Bringing one fan at a time, baby. One fan at a time.
That's it. Make sure you guys follow the Square Circle Digest. Smash the damn like button and follow, okay? And like I said, sometimes you're hanging around the house, hit play and walk away. That's it. That too, that helps also, 30 seconds, sir, please. 30 seconds.
Oh, Sam, not again.
Initiating Daddy's back.
Go!
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink. Be the maestro of your own home.
All right, we are back, and thank you, as always, for hanging in there. We appreciate it. Thank you. What is keeping Ross from holding on to McDaniel financially? Loyalty, or is he realizing he keeps him for another year to develop a new QB to run this offense? I don't know what Ross is thinking. Ross is a stupid man when it comes to football. That's all I can tell you, my brother. There's nothing to think about with Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is not a leader. He's not a developer of any kind of QB or anything like that. Tua's success comes in spite of Mike McDaniel or in spite of Flores. Okay. So I don't know what he's thinking. He does nothing special whatsoever, and I don't get it, but this is the man that extended Joe Philbin. So, this is the man that thought selling Jets paraphernalia in the Dolphin in the Dolphin pro shop is a good idea. This is a stupid man. Seriously. He's a genius in real estate, and obviously look at the money they're making from all of that. And he's great at ripping all of us off. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to football decisions, he is a stupid man. And he doesn't have anybody around him. Nobody. All those people around him. This is the one thing that I've learned about the Dolphin organization. It's just a whole bunch of hanger-ons, okay? That's all it is. And everybody is trying to save their asses in that job. The only guy there that produces in a sick level is Tom Garfinkel on the business side, okay? He has nothing to do with football. Don't want him to do anything with football. But, on the business level, what he's done with that property, forget about it, dude. Tom Garfinkel is second to none. So he's a badass in that area. But everything else, they're a joke. So I have no idea. And it just looks like, Champ Kelly's the new one now. And whatever. And Brandon Shore or whatever now. And people are talking about that. Maybe these guys are trying to climb the ladder and all of that. And your organization is dog crap. So you need to amputate, bro. You need an organizational enema, and you need somebody to come in that is, a proven football person and get out of the way and let them do it. Do what you do best, sign checks and shut up. But maybe the old geezer doesn't want to do a whole reset because he's 85. And, some of the, who is it? Is it Perkins that says he likes, the consistency and the, he likes the, continuity. He likes the continuity, and I say it's crapanuity. And so he likes to tweak it along the way because he likes the people. And you can like people all you want, dude, but you got to get production. So, Rosendo, I have no idea what that old man is thinking.
And the other thing Perkins says was he likes the way McDaniel process or something. I don't know what that is, but
I have no idea. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Have to get a GM, coach, and a QB, right? If not, they'll always be mediocre at best. Exactly. And the worst thing that goes on now is, we've got to get a quarterback. No. First of all, there's only one coming out. So you're not getting that one. So now you look at the free agent class, nobody's saving you. Bro, build a team. Get a real general manager. Get a real head coach. Get a real offensive line. Get a real defensive line. Build the foundation and then go find a quarterback. And by the way, if you build a real foundation, you don't necessarily need a superstar quarterback. It's been proven over and over and over and over again. You can win with a guy that's just decent. Look at Jalen Hurts. He's nothing special as a passer, dude. He's mediocre compared to Tua. But it is what it is. Build the team first. It's so short-sighted. It's so silly. And I've heard the radio guys say it too, because I get in the car and there's the silly old radio guy thinking that it's, no, let's go get the quarterback. That'll solve all our problems. No, it won't. You still can't. This offensive line can't pass block. Do people know this? They still cannot pass block. They're not good at that. They've had success over the last few weeks in running. They're still not very good at pass blocking. They're one of the worst when it comes to pass blocking. That's not a good offensive line. It's just so silly, man. People want to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Tony Zagala says, Gunther's entrance music, nice. Is that like a wrestler named Gunther? I don't know what that means.
They use the same Slomans. The Slomans.
Oh.
That is pretty much Gunther's ring music.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And he just retired John Cena.
Okay. I hope we clean house and finally focus on building the lines. Bail on the whale, says Think Blue Dodgers. Exactly. That's how you send the message to Ross. Buy nothing with the whale. Buy the old logo only. Bail on the whale. That's how you send the message to that guy that we can't get rid of him, but the only way you can F you to Stephen Ross is never buy the whale again. Only buy classic logo. That would be sweet. I know you guys won't do it, but it would be sweet. The right GM hire is the key. What if Ross is listening to your show today? Maybe his ears are burning. Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, that would be a forest fire. That would be. Think Blue Dodger says, someone get Ross a Jordan Hudson, so maybe we'll be entertained enough to get involved with the football operations anymore. Jordan Hudson would kill Stephen Ross at this point. Oh, man. Sweet baby Ray. A successful team has hands-off owner that cares and hires a leader who shares the same passion. The Dolphins have none of the above. Yep. That, my friend, it is the tooth. The tooth of all toofuses. Okay? Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donations. Ocala Joe, thank you, sir, for your generosity, sir. I appreciate you on Cash App. He says, happy holidays to you and yours, and Sean, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Very kind, sir. Very kind. And I know Ocala Joe is also another one of those Dolph fans that is absolutely hurting right now with everything going on. Ty in the Bronx says, Big O, good morning and Merry Christmas to you and yours and Deshaun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. True Fin Fan says, for the right price, I can fart Ross and McDaniel out of town. But why do you need a price for that? Why don't you just do us a favor? I mean, you're doing yourself a favor too, bro. You're not just, you can't be just for a price. You got to help us. You have the power of the gas. Use it so we can lose it. Oh, man. It's pretty selfish. He wants to put up for a price when he, a loony. Oh, man. By the way, all your cooling and plumbing, we love Tommy Smith and all the great people there. They know how to do it right because they've got over 350,000 satisfied customers. They are the number one AC and plumbing service in Florida. Give them a ring, 888-204-5554. Extended warranties, financing available, same-day installations, free repair estimates, and 7 days a week service. They've been at this for 52 years, since 1973. Go to the website, go to allyourcooling.com. You can also get a free estimate there, and make sure you tell them that Big O sent you. They'll take care of you, man. Great people there at All Your Cooling, from Homestead all the way to Vero Beach, and we've got new offices in Naples. So our friends on the West Coast, you can also call All Year Cooling and Plumbing. So take advantage. 7 days a week. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. The one and only Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443. Custom printing and embroidery. Toronto last night dismantled Miami 112-91. Miami is 16-15 on the season. They're 2-9 in their last 11 games. The Panthers, amazing, down 2-0 through 2 periods. They score 5 goals in the third. And now they are 8-2 in their last 10. Bob with 17 saves. Reinhart with 3 assists. Luosterainen and Ekblad had 2 assists. Goals by Bennett, Cunnin, Seth Jones, Mikola, and Lundell. Saturday, they will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7 o'clock. Friday, FIU is going bowling, baby. It is the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. So good job by the Golden Panthers. And they take on the University of Texas San Antonio. They are favored by 6.5. The over and under is 59.5. FIU is plus 185 on the money line after a 7-5 season. University of Texas San Antonio, Larry Coker's old home. They are minus 240 on the money line after a 6-6 season. Once again, congratulations to FIU on a very good season and getting to a bowl game. December 31st, the Canes will be taking on Ohio State at the Cotton Bowl. It is the second round of the college football playoffs. Ohio State is favored by 7.5. The over and under is 42. Miami is plus 275 on the money line. Ohio State is minus 375 on the money line. Fort Lauderdale United off till January 31st. That's when they'll host Lexington. They're at Beyond Bankcard Field, and you can get your tickets. Go to FortLauderdaleUnited.com, FTLUTD.com, and call them 954-241-0618 for season tickets. And the Miami Dolphins are back in action on Sunday. We will have the pregame show for you at 11:30. Bucks favored by 5. The over and under is 46. Dolphins plus 210 as Quinn Ewers gets another start, and the Bucks are minus 260 on the money line. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. Give my man Alan Blanco a ring if you want custom printing and embroidery. 786-618-1443. All right. My Christmas at my job is horrible. No Christmas party and no Christmas bonus. Well, that's not good. Damn. Let's see. True Fin Fan says, you have convinced me, Big O. And Brett Dodger, no need. It's in the house. That was selfish. LOL. Dolphin Dave says, all my hats are all the old logos. That's all I buy. Well, there you go. That's what you're supposed to do. Bail on the whale. All right. That's Steve Ross's logo, not yours. That's Steve Ross's logo. Our logo is the original logo. Okay. So screw Steve Ross. That's what I say. Bail on the whale. Okay. Come on down. Let's do it. Come on over. Yeah, so do I. The great Eric Stampone has got a little bit of a cold. You got it, baby. Big O, what's your top 5 Christmas movies? Mine are Die Hard, Christmas Story, Bad Santa, Home Alone, and Friday After Next. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I never thought about it. Definitely Die Hard. Christmas Vacation would definitely be on there. I like that one. I would bump, I've never seen Bad Santa. I know, Anthony Kyle. By the way, is there any chance that Anthony Kyle Campos will be turning into a serial killer? Because, people with 3 names are usually, serial killers. So I better watch Bad Santa. He's been telling me for a couple of years now to watch Bad Santa. So I don't know. The great Eric Stampone is sitting here next to us. What is your? He just asked about top 5 Christmas movies, and I've never even thought about my top 5 Christmas movies. He put Die Hard, Christmas Story, Bad Santa, Home Alone, and Friday After Next. My problem is I never saw Bad Santa, so I don't know about that one.
Bad Santa,
but I'm with him. I would put Christmas Vacation.
So I got one that you guys didn't say.
What's that?
Elf.
Oh, Elf is good.
When you asked me my favorite Christmas movies, that was the first one that popped up.
Elf is actually pretty good.
I love Will Ferrell. Yeah. Just
Elf is good. Elf is good. No, but I got to put Die Hard in there.
So there's a specific Die Hard during Christmas?
The first one is in Christmas. The Nakatomi Plaza, everything is it's a Christmas party and all that stuff. So we have called that that's become a Christmas movie. So I'm good with that one as a Christmas movie. I got no problem.
You'll allow it?
Yeah, I'll allow that one.
Big O will allow it.
I don't know if it's my number 1, but I definitely would be. I love Die Hard for Christmas time. Somehow or another, it's just a perfect Christmas movie. You know what I mean? So what's up with you, man?
We're here. We're working. Busy. Trying to close out the year here. We got a week left to close out the year. I think we're going to close a little early today, so all the workers, employees could be with their family. And then we're off tomorrow. The company's closed one day of the year, Christmas Day.
Well, yeah. So, yeah. That's the one day you should close, right?
I think it should be 3 days. Yes. Yeah. Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, New Year's Day.
Okay. Yeah.
Not New Year's Day.
Well, no, this year especially. No, because we have UM and Ohio State on New Year's Eve. So we need New Year's Day off. That should be like for sure here in South Florida.
New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve? You said that game is.
No, New Year's Eve. No, today's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So the game's
today. New Year's Eve is UM and Ohio State.
Wait, today's
dude.
Christmas Eve?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's why you're kind of leaving early because they're like, wait a minute. The Latin employees, they're it's a big night for them. They got to eat the pig, bro. Yeah. This man has the cajachina and everything ready. He was
Are you Cuban?
No, but he's married. Yeah, he's married. He's married into the Latin family. So this man was cooking a pig overnight.
When starting yesterday? Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
Yes.
I take leftovers, sir.
Yes, leftovers are good, dude.
There's not gonna be any leftovers.
Dude, I had turkey 3 straight days after Thanksgiving.
Of course, that's part of it.
3 straight days. Although the third day it was just a turkey sandwich. The first 2 days I still had rice and beans, and dude, the beans are even better the next day because they've been sitting there, and the old lady makes these amazing beans. Oh, I love her black beans, dude. Oh, I'm gonna have them tonight. Damn. Thank God.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's
yes.
go. So every Christmas Eve, my mom makes So we're Italian, and Christmas they do the it's a tradition in Italian families where they do the 7 fishes. So you got to eat 7 fishes on Christmas Eve.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
However you want to do it. My mom makes a cold seafood salad. It's like octopus, clam, mussels, scallops, shrimp. There's 7 different fishes.
That sounds awesome.
It's almost like a ceviche. It's like cold with
I want leftovers.
Cilantro. Oh, she makes it once a year.
I want leftovers, bro.
Yeah. That's
bro.
That stuff is gold.
Ooh, that is some strong stuff there, dude.
Yep.
Wow. Yep. I want to be fucking Italian now.
Yeah, I don't know what it's shrimp, octopus, squid, scallop, mussels.
But all those things aren't really considered fish, to be technical.
Yeah. So I guess
it's like seven seafood.
7 seafoods. It's a technicality. It's a technicality.
But dude, it sounds delicious. Right? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mahi. Yeah. Oh man, that is freaking awesome, dude.
Sir.
That is awesome. I'm with you there.
So we're running out of 2025 inventory. So I want to get all those 2025s got to go by the end of the year. And those are the ones with all the specials on it. With 2025 Outbacks, you got 0% interest rate. 25 Crosstreks, you got 1.9 interest rate all the way to 72 months.
And they're built here in America. Right. And scan that QR code that you're watching there.
Yeah, you want like that special phenomenal deal you wait all year for that now is the time to do it, now to the end of the year on these 2025s.
Little secret, they're trying to get rid of the cars because they got to start making room for 26s and all that kind of stuff. So, that's why they're making the deals. That's kind of why you want to take advantage right now. You know what I'm saying? This is this is the kind of weekend you want to take advantage. Take advantage. They need to make space, so they will make you deals here right now. It's plus you're giving away a $250 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, if you come now to the end of the year for a little Christmas love, you'll get, if you get a car, you get the $250 Amazon gift card.
And remember, you also can mention my name. You'll get $500 off. So there's lots of ways to save. Lots of great vehicles. By the way, I see here that the Crosstrek, $199 a month, the Outback, $297 a month. So,
and that Crosstrek special,
kicking it.
Like 99% of specials you see out there, no matter what brand it is, it's on the entry level car because that's gonna be the lowest price. So you see a low payment and it brings you to the store. That $199 Crosstrek is on a 25 premium. That's not even on a base. So that's a premium Crosstrek that you get because we ran out of bases. That was first to go. But premium Crosstrek, $199 a monthly special.
There you go. So they moved up to the premium and giving you a deal. on the premium, which is an absolutely beautiful thing. You know what was beautiful? Watching the Panthers down 2-0 last night after 2 periods and 5 goals in the third. I know you were watching that.
I did watch that game, and I was talking to my buddy about it while we were both watching it. We just need to go to the playoffs. Once we make it to the playoffs, because I know we're not like the top team in the NHL right now.
No. They're battling to get in the playoffs right now. Yeah.
Once we get to the playoffs,
but we're 9-2 in the last 11.
Yeah.
Like they're now turning it on. They're about to get Kachuk back.
Yeah, Kachuk's coming back, what, in a month, I think?
No, within a couple of weeks. Yeah. And here's the best
Christmas
part.
Miracle.
We haven't had a healthy Kachuk in a couple of years. He's kind of been dealing with injuries the entire time.
Did he get surgery?
Yeah, he got surgery.
What? The hernia.
Yeah. He was playing injured last year.
Yeah. I know he has the sternum.
No, but he was playing injured last year in the playoffs. From the year before that he was already. So this will be the first time that that's why I think they've taken their time. They're like, let's just get him right, because we're not going to have Barkov till, if we have him, it'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah, if we go, I think we got to get past the first round and we're doing good, and then we get that Barkov injection. Ooh, scary.
That'll be a lift.
I want the 3-peat.
That'll be a lift. That's why I told everybody, don't get too down on this team. Be inspired, because this will be an even sweeter run if they're able to bounce back from all of this.
And I think they got a lot to play for, because the 3-peat hasn't happened since the 80s with the Islanders. They want it.
Oh yeah, of course they want it. Of course they want it, dude.
They want it.
Not only that, it would be your 4th straight trip to the finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got killed by Vegas. I went to Vegas for one of those final games.
Back a few years ago?
Yeah. We lost 6-1. It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
That's fine. That's fine. But it was a good lesson.
Yeah.
It was a good lesson of what they had to build in order to really, win those kind of games. And then they became mentally and physically the tough team that you needed to survive all those rounds, dude. And now that's why I think they're so tough, that they lost so many guys and they still hung in there.
Yeah.
And look where they're at right now with all in fact, Goldie was saying it last night in the broadcast, that if you tell a Panther fan you're going to have all of these injuries, and at this point in the season you're going to be with this record, you would have taken it in a heartbeat, which is true.
Yeah.
Which is 100% true.
Mikolas
and by the way, no, he scored last night.
Mikolas back. Okay.
Mikolas scored last night. But to me, it was just freaking awesome to watch what Paul Maurice has done.
Oh, he's my favorite coach in any sport, I think, ever. Yeah. That guy is such a stoic.
Yeah, dude. It is impressive. And by the way, here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, it's the end of the year sale. The offers keep getting better right now. You can get a $250 Amazon gift card with any new car purchase, plus up to a $2,000 in a trade-in bonus. Offers cannot be combined. You can also enjoy 90 days with no payments, and the first 2 oil and filter changes included with every new Subaru with approved credit. Offers cannot be combined. You can see the dealer for details. Offer ends on December 31st. And by the way, you can drive home the Crosstrek for $199 a month, or step into an Outback for $297 a month with 0% financing available. And if you're looking to go greener, the Forester Hybrid, that's a badass vehicle, by the way. Models are now in stock. Don't forget, mention us right at the start of your visit here when you get here, and you can get $500 off whether you're buying or leasing a vehicle. So take advantage here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Any new movies?
I got a movie for you. I was waiting for you to bring this up.
All right.
I watched the movie last night.
Okay.
Begonia.
Begonia? What is it about?
Okay, so the director, his name is Yorgos Lanthimos, something like that. He did
Okay, so wait a minute. I've already got to know you already.
Yeah.
You said you're a director, movie guy.
Yeah.
So what did he do before that led you to this?
Okay, so he did let me know if you heard of any of these. He did The Lobster. He did Killing of a Sacred Deer. He did Poor Things, was his most recent one with Emma Stone. She won a Oscar for it.
Okay.
Have you heard any of these?
Yes, Poor Things.
Poor Things. So
I don't know what the hell you're. The first 2, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
He's a real artistic, abstract type director. So this is his newest movie. It's out there, but I loved it. It's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
It's good.
All
It
right.
pretty much it takes place like a real world, and these two kind of like crazy guys. Jesse Plemons is one of them. Kidnap a CEO of a company, and they claim that she's an alien. But it's real. It's not like fictional. So when she wakes up and she's kidnapped, she's freaking out, and they're saying that you're an alien and we kidnapped you, you're trying to take over. And she's going, "What are you talking about? I'm not an alien." And then that's pretty much the basis of the movie. And then it gets kind of nutty.
Wow.
Yeah, watch it. It's
Okay.
out there. It's out there.
Okay. All right. Begonia.
Begonia.
Netflix?
Amazon Prime.
Oh, Amazon Prime.
It was $10. So it just came out of theaters. It was just in theaters.
Oh, so it's in theaters. So
I think it just stopped theaters.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's still in the theaters. It was $20 to rent on Amazon, which I can't do. I can't rent the movie for $20. It just went down to $10. I bought it last night. Rented it last night.
Okay.
Begonia.
Begonia.
What about you? Anything good?
No, I have not. I have not been watching movies. I've just been keeping up with my shows.
What show? Pluribus?
Let's see. Watson. No, The Pit. What is The Pit?
It's a new one with the guy from ER, Wiley. Noah Wiley.
Oh yeah, Noah Wiley. Yeah.
He does. It's Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It's an ER.
Okay.
Every episode is an hour of the ER.
So Noah Wiley just loves doing medical stuff because he's like.
My wife was watching it and I got into it.
Okay, I have not seen that.
What's that on Netflix?
HBO Max, but now it's on TNT. They play like 2 episodes every hour, but it's behind.
I just finished The Floor. I watched that with my wife. Matlock.
I haven't heard of any of these. No.
The new Matlock?
No.
No, the new one. The new one.
He's in a good mood today. I like it. You're feeling jolly.
I haven't slept. I'm good.
It's all that pig.
Plus, yeah, it's that pig. He's looking forward to that food because I know that's all I can think of is that damn food. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So that's all I've been doing is just keeping up with my shows and then obviously watching sports up to yin yang.
How do you feel about UM?
Who
do they have first? Ohio State, you said?
Yeah, Ohio State is next. They're not supposed to win, but they're playing with house money already.
Right.
Okay. The gist of the entire season was, dude, start winning bowl games or start winning meaningful games, and you just did that with Texas A&M. You finished a decent season at 10-2. You should have been better, but that's fine. And now you won a hostile game at Texas A&M with 105,000 people there. So to me, you have accomplished more than any coach over the last 20 years for the Canes.
Strong.
So yeah, can they beat Ohio State? Yeah, they can.
Will they? Probably not.
Probably not.
But you're hopeful.
College football, dude. I was watching UM beat Nebraska in '83, and they shouldn't have beat Nebraska.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what started it all. So they're going to have a chance, but the beauty is they're playing with house money at this point. It doesn't matter. You know, if they lose, they're supposed to lose. If they win, the crazy shit is if they win this game.
So when you whisper a curse word, they can't hear you. That's how.
Well, I don't want to,
Yeah.
You got a lady over there buying a car, and then there's a guy over here
crazy-
dropping F-bombs and stuff. You know, you just kind of. So, but the crazy thing is that if they beat Ohio State, then all of a sudden we can say they can win the national championship.
Yeah. Who's favorite? Indiana? No, maybe Ohio State.
Ohio State is still.
Yeah, they're gonna be
everybody's
the
still thinking, even though Indiana's number one, people still look at Ohio State as the best team in the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
And so that to me, that right now Mario's playing with house money. So it doesn't. You'd like a good showing at least, but if he wins, oh my God.
Yeah, I just want to see a good game.
And then the recruiting that will come already. The recruiting already with the win at Texas A&M is going to be huge for Mario. If you somehow play a hell of a game against Ohio State or even beat Ohio State, oh baby, it's going to be. They're going to be lined up outside Coral Gables just to get in to be a part of this team.
And then they got to come to the Dolphins.
Well, I don't know about that. That used to happen before, and they never came to the Dolphins, and so it just, it was one of those deals. But just insane, dude. I do like their chances to at least put up a hell of a fight in this game. I'm not going to say they're going to win because they shouldn't, but man. if that running game and that defense shows up, they got a chance, man. They got a chance. Carson just can't turn over the ball.
Right.
And he's got to play better than he played against Texas A&M. He's got to the passing game overall has got to make more plays in this game than it did in Texas A&M. If they're going to win against Ohio State, the passing game must be better.
Yeah.
Must be better.
We'll see. That game's New Year's Eve, you said?
31st. 7:30. That's a beautiful.
Is there any football on
That's
tonight?
a beautiful thing because it's a
What?
beautiful thing and it's an ugly thing, right? Because a lot us UM fans were either going to be ecstatic on midnight because they won and it's midnight and all that, or it's midnight, they lost, and we're gonna go, yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Canes lost. Damn it. That's how it's gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah. Happy New Year, bro. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Whatever,
Hey, aren't you happy? No, Canes lost, bro. And that's how it's gonna be. Now, if the Canes win,
it's gonna be a happy New
they're
Year
Canes fans will
party.
hug you. They'll there'll be too much excitement. You know what I'm saying? In fact, New Year's will start the second the game ends. Basically, they're not even going to wait for midnight at that point. They're just going to be celebrating. Yeah. It's the New Year already. We're champions. That's what they're going to be doing. So it's a beautiful thing. All right, what do you got planned?
Tonight I'm going to my brother and his wife are hosting. So we'll do that tonight. And then tomorrow I'm off. I'm just chilling with the family. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. I'll be chilling with
Relaxing.
the family. Tonight, obviously, is our night. And then tomorrow we'll do the whole gift stuff. And then I'll relax. And
You got family in town?
Yeah.
Staying
By the
with
way,
you?
we got 3 crappy NFL games.
Who is it?
It's
Chiefs?
Dallas and Washington, 2 teams out of the playoffs.
Null and void.
Detroit, Minnesota. Minnesota's completely out of the playoffs. Detroit is barely hanging on to a playoff spot. And then Denver and KC. And KC's done.
Yeah, so that should have been the good game, but Casey's dumb.
KC's done. So there's nothing. Now, You know what? I was telling everybody, you know what you got to watch tomorrow? Did you watch anything last night in sports besides the Panthers?
No, I didn't.
OKC and San Antonio played again last night, and San Antonio won again.
Wow.
So OKC's lost 4 games, 2 of them to San Antonio this season. And they
last
lost by 20.
Was last night's game in San Antonio or OKC?
It was at San Antonio. The other
first one was in OKC.
Yeah,
and
this was
OKC doesn't lose in OKC.
Right, and they lost. And now this one in San Antonio, and they play again tomorrow at 2:30.
Where's that game?
That one's in I think that one's in OKC, if I'm correct.
Go Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the Spurs to win.
But the
I like
Spurs are
Victor
2-0
against OKC.
OKC. And last night, Wemby still played off the bench for 23 minutes, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and they beat OKC by 20, 130 to 110. This is the best rivalry in basketball. This is the NBA Finals because nobody in the East has a shot.
Well, they're both West, no?
That's my point.
They're both West Coast.
But that's my point. That you're
got
watching
it,
the NBA Finals.
Got it. The winner of this will win the champ. Yeah.
It doesn't matter who if I don't care the Knicks or anybody else. None of them are beating either one of these 2 teams.
I like the kid. I like Victor. I love watching him. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. That team
Sick.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Team is crazy. So that's what you want to watch tomorrow at 2:30.
All right, I'll be watching.
It's better than any of the stinking NFL games.
Yeah.
You're at the back end of the Commanders Dallas game.
Yeah.
Give me a break. And then you're leading into the beginning of the Detroit Minnesota game, which whatever, dude. Like Minnesota's done.
It's something to watch.
But that is something really good to watch. Dude.
Cool. Thanks for telling me.
And by the way, because it's turned into a rivalry, it's not like they're going to be coasting whatever early part of the season. No,
they're playing.
They're playing.
They want to win.
Yeah. No, OKC has 4 losses on the season. Half of them are to San Antonio.
Wow.
They're pissed.
Wow.
They're pissed. And if they want to send a message to San Antonio that this ain't going to happen in the playoffs, they got to win.
Yep.
They got to win. I think this is the last matchup of the year. I think they play 3 times. Is that how it is in the conference? You play 3 times everybody or something like that? I think it's something like that. Yeah. And then it's 4 or something in the division or something. Yeah, I think that's how it goes or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know, dude. but that's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool. Thanks for telling me. I'll watch it.
All right, my brother. Have a
Merry
Christmas and come see
Merry
Eric
Christmas,
out
Merry
here.
Christmas. Happy New Year, Val. See you
Alan,
too.
Eric, all the great people out here at 16100 Pines Boulevard here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Sean, give us 1 minuto.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Realm. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
All right. We are back here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard. The great Sean Stanley, of course, mastering the program, and we appreciate him. Thank you. Don't forget our friends there at the Big Cheese, 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue. Go check it out. Great place to get some great pasta. All the pasta shipped from Italy, cooked fresh daily. Those garlic rolls are to die for. They've got the party platters going on. So if you want to have some kind of a get-together at your business or school or anything like that, and you want to treat customers or your employees to some kind of a party, you can make any dish a party platter there at the Big Cheese. Check out the menu. Call them 305-662-6855. Also, don't forget, we got the Canes, baby, back in action on the 31st. So you can get all your Canes gear at Canes Wear, 2655 South University Drive in Davie. And tell them that Big O sent you. Use our code BIG-O10. You will get 10% off there at Canes Wear. They've got anything and everything practically with the Canes logo on it. So if you're going to go out to that bar and you want to sport your colors in that Ohio State game, or at home with friends and family members, or maybe you're traveling out to the Cotton Bowl, you want to get some Canes gear, go to Canes Wear, man. They've got all kinds of stuff. I just bought some beautiful Canes shoes at Canes Wear. Great deal. My wife got a pair of Canes shoes also. So check it out. Really comfortable, but really light. The shoes that my wife got were really, really light, man. Really good. Good stuff. So check it out there at Canes Wear. They've got Heat gear. They've got Miami Dolphins. They got Florida Panthers. They've got Inter Miami, Miami Marlins. So they've got all kinds. All your hometown teams there can be found at Canes Wear. And go to online too at caneswear.com. You can use our code BIG-O10 there to get the 10% off. And if you order over $99, you will get free shipping Jeff and the folks will ship it out to you right away, man. They're caneswear.com. All right. What else we got going on in the world of sports? Oh, by the way, the NFL has upheld DK Metcalf's suspension of 2 games. So he is done for the rest of the season. He'll be back for the playoffs. The NFL said they will not take action against Ryan Kennedy, the fan. Why? There was no violation of fan code. That means they have the audio. There's mics everywhere there. And go ahead.
The fan, he turned around to everybody in the thing. He said, that was my goal.
Right.
But that doesn't violate anything.
Nothing.
Of the fan. So.
And what he said was his full name.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, now shows that DK Metcalf is not only an idiot, but he's also a liar. Okay? So the bigger violation for DK Metcalf is he's a liar. And by the way, he's a disgusting liar. Because he's such a punk that he loses his cool and attacks a fan who's just being a fan, okay? Not saying anything derogatory, all right? Now you lose out on $40 million in guarantee, $45 million on guarantees. Now you're suspended. You're not helping your team in the last 2 games, okay? You got Baltimore breathing down your neck. Not that they're really, but whatever. It is what it is. And you get now exposed, and your lie is so disgusting because it's not just a lie. You are now making it sound like that man was being racist. And now you've been proven wrong because they have the audio. Because there's mics everywhere, dude. They'll have in an NFL game, they'll get the audio. Okay. And when they put there was no violation of fan code, that's an embarrassment for DK Metcalf. Oh, by the way, another embarrassment, but I mean, he's normally used to it, is Chad Ochocinco, which I know he's fun in games and all that kind of stuff. But when you're doing our business, and you want to get on the mic and say, and all that, well, he was spewing lies about DK Metcalf saying, oh, no, I was told that, he said something derogatory. Well, see, this is why, Chad Johnson, you're not very good at this job. But that's all right. People will watch you anyways, dude, because you're Chad Johnson, and you'll say stupid things like Tyreek Hill will be back at the end of the year to play for the Miami Dolphins, which he said that when he blew out his knee. Oh, no, he could come back and help the Dolphins get in the playoffs. He actually said that. You can go back and check it out. But, hey, man, this world is full of people that the crazier crap they say, you people watch. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the way it goes. People don't even talk sports. That's kind of what's popular. It's sports talk without sports talk. And then hypothetical talk, which, man, you people love hypothetical talk. So Chad Johnson can say all kinds of stupid and irresponsible things, which he says it all the time. But it's all right. They'll keep putting you on air, and they'll keep, and more and more people will watch it, because the more ridiculous things and things that you say, the more people watch. If you actually tell people the truth, the brutal honesty, that's not actually very popular. But if you're just screwing around and it's all shtick, people love that, dude. They love that. They love to be lied to, So just wanted to add the whole Chad Johnson thing, since he wants to be Mr. Broadcaster, and I see it show up on my timeline on Twitter. Not that I would ever watch that garbage, but it is what it is. And I caught him saying, oh, no, yeah, DK Metcalf told me. Well, you're an idiot for believing DK Metcalf. But then again, you're an idiot because you say all kinds of stupid things. And I get it. He was a fun player to watch and all that. And he's fun sometimes. He does. And he does some good things at heart and all that. But when it comes to our business and talking about it, yeah, he has no business doing it. But again, it's kind of like the Teron Armstead thing. When you want to do this business where you just want to be everybody's friend, yeah, I mean, go for it, man. Knock yourselves out. That's fine. You know what I mean? That's fine. As Teron Armstead says, Tua will be your starting quarterback, and they'll make up, and Mike McDaniel will be back. I'm sure that's what's going to happen. Anyway, Big O, can we please give the Florida Panthers a victory cigar? Sean Stanley, locked and loaded. Fire away for those Florida Panthers. There we go. Jamie Zorrilla, Merry Christmas. Big O, Sean, and Finn's Nation from San Jose, California. I understand we are desperate for our Finns to get out of this funk, but we're not going anywhere until Ross is out of the picture. Yeah, probably, but even when Ross is out of the picture, we're stuck with his kids. So I don't know what's going to happen, to be quite honest. I'll tell you this. This whole talk about a head coach and the Dolphins, they need a general manager. They need to find a head coach. They need to get a great staff together. They need to start building a football team. They need a lot of things, and they specifically need an owner. But for those people out there that say, oh, well, let's just bring McDaniel back because there's nobody out there. That's not true. You're not really the Harbaugh and Tomlin's not going to get fired, and neither is Harbaugh. I don't believe that. I got to tell you something. You're not supposed to fire John Harbaugh. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to move on from Lamar Jackson. If you're the Baltimore Ravens, you draft a quarterback is what you do on this down year, if there's one out there. But you draft one to start grooming one to take over for Lamar Jackson because the end is near for Lamar Jackson. Okay? He's not staying healthy anymore, and he's not going to keep running like he has, because if he does, he's just going to break down. That's what it's going to happen. And this style of football does not win you in the playoffs unless you are supremely dominant like the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Ravens are not. So if anything, you keep John Harbaugh, and what you do is you start a new era with a new quarterback, and then you start going forward and trying to win a championship. That's what you do with John Harbaugh. You don't get rid of him, and you don't get rid of Mike Tomlin either at this point in time if you're the Steelers, because you got nothing else, and it is what it is. Not that Mike Tomlin is any great shake, because he's part of your personnel problems, so it is what it is, but I think those two will stick together anyway. So that is all out the window. And people say, well, there's nobody out there. That's not true. Now, you do need a general manager. There are going to be question marks about some of the guys you'll hire. But then again, the guy you currently have, you can tell there's big question marks with him. And he will lose Weaver at one point or another. If he doesn't this season, next season, Weaver wants to get the hell out of here. And if he's not getting a head coaching job here, he will get it somewhere else eventually. But there are guys out there, okay, instead of the lazy route of Harbaugh and Tomlin, whatever. And Mike McCarthy is one of those names that's been talked about. You can bring that in. A Mike McCarthy could be brought in while you rebuild your offensive and defensive lines and get a general manager in place. And then the second you feel like you're ready to take that next step, that's when you fire McCarthy and you go get your guy. That's what I would do with him. Like a Kevin Lockery, Renee Latchman type of situation they did here years ago. Those of you that are too young, I don't have time. Can't explain it. But anyway, let's give you a couple of names that I would try over Mike McDaniel every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Joe Brady is one. Joe Brady has bounced around the league, has proven that he's a hell of an offensive coordinator. Okay? Now that he's bounced around in both levels, I think he might have a chance of building a staff too on top of all of that. Joe Brady is one of those guys that I would really like to bring here because he has worked with different kinds of quarterbacks and different kinds of offenses, and he's had success. You know, when you've had success with the Joe Burrow at the college level, and then you've had a success with a Josh Allen, And you did better with Josh Allen than the prior guy, Ken Dorsey, where Josh Allen actually took a step back with Ken Dorsey and he took 3 steps forward with, Joe Brady. I kind of like Joe Brady here. This is one that out of all the young guys that are out there, that would probably be one of my top guys that I would go for. The other guy is Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame. I just see him as an up-and-coming star that can communicate with players and does a great job of, even with his offenses or his teams, they've had kind of like a couple different identities. So it shows me that this guy's also not a one-trick pony. Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame, for me, would be a star. Now, I heard the athletic director come out and say that, the contract with Freeman will be fluid, that it's every year might be something that we may have to address because of the demand that there's going to be out there for Marcus Freeman. So they're well aware of who he is. But in the end, you're Notre Dame, dude. It's really hard to win national titles at Notre Dame because there are some academic restrictions compared to other places that you just don't have those same freedoms. You don't have those freedoms at Notre Dame. Some kids actually have to hit the books there. You know what I mean? It's like Vanderbilt. It's like Stanford. And, certain schools, it's harder to be good because the academics are a little bit more demanding. You know what I mean? So eventually, I have to see Marcus Freeman moving on. And if you're the Dolphins, this is the kind of guy. Now, I would want a really strong general manager with him to kind of help him in the transition. But, man, he looks like a dude that's got like all the tentacles in place. And he knows how to communicate with players and his front office, which they have now in college, and his coaching staff and the media and everything. It's like he is, man, he looks good, dude. He looks like he's like your roasted pig, He's like it's ready. It's ready. It's been in the roaster and the cachina, whatever it is, and it looks like it's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And he looks ripe, ready to be like, okay, this guy might be ready for the next step. So Freeman would be a guy. Now I'm going to go a little bit off the beaten path, and I'm going to tell you about 2 guys that might be some holes in it, might be some doubts in it, but I kind of like who they are, and I think that one needs a second chance, and the other should get a first chance. Okay? First of all, I'm going to go with Robert Saleh. He was in a very dysfunctional situation, and I think that he's actually a pretty damn good coach, and what he's done in San Francisco this year without Fred Warner and other guys is freaking amazing. And he has helped Shanahan in the process. Shanahan has also done an awesome job that I think he deserves Coach of the Year honors, to be quite honest. I have no problem with giving him Coach of the Year. But Robert Saleh is another guy that I think – now the question is, can he build a staff? That will be, the whole thing. And if any of the stank from the Jets is kind of still on him, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's one of those guys that I would take a chance on in a second opportunity because he just kind of looks the part still to me. And then the other guy is David Shaw, who, by the way, is now the OC, the passing coordinator over in Detroit. And they are top 4 in passing. Their offense overall is not as high, but he's in charge of the passing side of it. Shaw has run the Stanford program. He's been both in the pros and in college now for several years. I think he can build a staff. Where I'm not exactly sure with Robert, I'm actually pretty sure that this man can build a staff, and he's got a great offensive mind overall. And he can develop quarterbacks too, on top of all of that. So Shaw is one of those guys too, a really smart guy and a guy that I think could have the ability to be a head coach. That one is probably a little bit, that's definitely my strong 4th selection. I'd rather have the other 3, and I want them in that order first and foremost. Brady, then Marcus Freeman. Okay. And then I would go Salah and then Shaw right now. At least in the periphery, when I start looking at some of the guys that are available, those are the guys. So I think, and all four of them I'd rather have over the guy we have right now. Okay. Whether you agree or not, it is what it is. This is all subjective. Who cares? Most of us will be wrong down the line. It is what it is. But I think that they do and can make a change. But this whole thing of trying to stay status quo or consistency or chemistry or whatever you think you may have, or the old man thinks he has, or continuity or whatever, I'm not for any of this. And I'm for drastic changes for the Miami Dolphins. Without drastic changes, I don't think you have a shot, to be quite honest. Because if you're just going to tweak what you have has never been good enough and never will be. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay? Oh, man. Let me do a little music here. Always love doing a little music on the show. All right, let's go with musicians born on this date. All right. Here we go. December 24th. Who was born in music history on this date? Ricky Martin, pop singer, born in 1971. Let's see who else. This looks like a pretty thin. Darren Wharton, keyboardist, singer, songwriter, worked with Thin Lizzy, born in 62. Tom Woke played bass for nearly 30 years for Hall & Oates. Also recorded with Carly Simon, Jellyfish, Squeeze, Elvis Costello, Sean Colvin, Billy Joel. Wow. Passed away in 2010 at the age of 58. Born in 51 on this date. Jan Ackerman, guitarist with the Dutch group Focus. That song, Hocus Pocus, that has all that yodeling from back in the day. That's a classic. Most of you may not know. Some of you may know. But, it's a lot of crap in here. Lemmy Kilmister, rest in peace. Born in 45, of course, Motorhead. And that is it for musicians. Now let's go to famous people born on the 24th. Remember, if I don't give you age, that means, unfortunately, they are no longer with us. Industrialist, filmmaker, aviator, Howard Hughes, born in 1905. Actress Ava Gardner, born in 1922. U.S. Army General George Patton IV, born in 1923. Writer Mary Higgins Clark, born in 1927. You know how many books my wife has of Mary Higgins Clark at home? I think she's read all of her books, man. Infectious disease expert, maybe. Dr. Anthony Fauci, born in 1940. He's 85. Let's see. Filmmaker Lee Daniels, born in 59. He's 66 today. Fashion designer Kate Spade, born in 62. Basketball commentator Jay Billis, born in 63. He is 62. Let's see. Who else? TV and radio personality and tireless worker Ryan Seacrest, born in 74. He is 51. That guy never stops working. He goes from one TV show to a radio show to a commercial to he is constantly working. Stud. Actor Michael Raymond James, born in 77. He is 48. Musician Louis Tomlinson from One Direction, born in 91. He is 34. The man that has a Taco Bell in his house, Devontae Adams, born in 92. He is 33 years old. Those are your birthdays. Sean Stanley, do you have wrestlers born on this date?
Yes, sir, we do. Chris Hero turns 46. Iron Mike DiBiase, the father of the $1 Million Man, was born on this date in 1923. Mascaro Dorado 2.0 turns 24. Pat Buck is 41. And the Protostar, Kyle Fletcher, he turns 27 on December 24th, 2025.
All right. Oh, man. All right, let's go with music history. What happened today in music history? Let's start off in 65. The Beatles had the number one album in the U.S. for the third Christmas in a row. Rubber Soul topped the LP charts in 65, following Beatles for Sale in 64, and With the Beatles in 63. The Beatles would repeat the feat again in 68 with the White Album, and again in 69 with Abbey Road. They're kind of good. Yeah. I always trip out with people that really don't appreciate the Beatles, because you have to realize there was nothing before them that could have influenced them. All their music is so natural, so original. And they have so many hits. It's ridiculous how many great songs they have. And they set the stage for pop and rock moving forward. Like, they set a template that so many, followed. So to me, sometimes I think the people that don't appreciate or like the Beatles, they're kind of cheating themselves about how important that band is to the entire music genre. It's ridiculous how important the Beatles are. Really, it is. It's just sick. All right, let's go to 76. The Eagles' sixth album, Hotel California, spent the first 8 non-consecutive weeks at the top of the Billboard charts. It was the band's first LP with Joe Walsh and the last with bassist Randy Meisner, and it has now sold over 16 million copies. And Randy Meisner was gone because he sung only one song. Take it to the limit one more time. And so you had to sing that song in every Eagles concert, no matter what. It's like Hotel California. You can't do an Eagles concert and not sing Hotel California, right? So you had to sing that song. So Randy Meisner goes to the guys, I don't feel like singing it today. And then that pissed off Glenn Fry and Don Henley too, because they do songs every night that they have no choice. Because, if you don't do it, the fans are going to be pissed. Every band has a few songs that they've got to do every night. And so then that started the beginning of the end of Randy Meisner on the band. And then that's when they went and got Timothy B. Schmidt. And the interesting part, it came from Poco. And Randy Meisner came from Poco. So then they went and replaced Randy Meisner with another bassist from Poco and Timothy B. Schmidt. So there you go. So that's the interesting part about that. All right, in 88, Poison started a 3-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Every Rose Has Its Thorn. In 88, Nirvana started recording their first album, Bleach, using a $600 loan from an old school friend. That old school friend. Huh? That's a friend. That's a friend. $600 isn't like the end of the world, but for them at that moment, that catapulted them to stardom, dude. In 94, Pearl Jam went to number 1 on the U.S. album charts with Vitology, their third studio album, which was released on vinyl, followed by a release in other formats 2 weeks later. Let's go with birthdays just in case that weren't on that list. Mike Curb, founder of Curb Records, is 81. Curb is also a major funder of the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, located in Kannapolis, North Carolina, near Charlotte. Happy birthday to him. Let's see. Neil Turbin, first vocalist for Anthrax, is 62. That one wasn't there. Millard Powers, bassist for Counting Crows, is 60 today. And that is it for music history. Yes. And there you go. All right. Let's see what else. By the way, the Sharon Moore story, it gets more and more twisted by the day. So as you all know, he was fired for inappropriate relationships with a staffer. Soon after, he was jailed after allegedly breaking into a staffer's house and allegedly threatening to kill himself. Moore, though, was reportedly having issues with assistants inside the building, most notably having a fiery discussion with Wink Martindale earlier in the year. Speaking of the Ravens and John Harbaugh, Wink Martindale was a longtime defensive coordinator there. And according to the Detroit Free Press, Moore overheard his assistants talking about possible recruits. He then began berating staffers and didn't want people talking behind his back. Look, we're trying to help you get the recruits, Martindale allegedly said, Moore reportedly with an expletive questioning whether Martindale knew what he was doing. Yeah, I'm just the old guy, Martindale, 61 at the time, reportedly said. Moore, through tears, then apparently answered, You don't know how hard it is to be the head football coach. The pressure. Moore, if convicted, faces more than half a decade behind bars, which will certainly further damage any hopes he may have of getting back to the sidelines. I love how they put that part. Like this guy has any chance of getting back to any sidelines. Maybe he can coach the mean machine in prison on those sidelines. Like, this is a guy that went and threatened and was banging staffers and all. Like, nobody's ever hiring this guy again. Why would the writer put, if convicted, faces more than half a decade behind bars, which would certainly further damage any hopes he may have of getting back on the sidelines? Oh, man. It's crazy stuff. That guy just lost it. Like, absolutely lost it. In every way possible, he lost it. And you know what's the worst part about it? Spinning it to our local. I feel bad in this sense for the Michigan fan base and the program. Why? Because Jim Harbaugh left him there. That was Jim Harbaugh's right-hand man. And he left him there. And you know what it reminds me of? Leonard Hamilton leaving us Perry Clark, or Jimmy Johnson leaving us Dave Wanstead. It's not like Riley leaving us Spo. That one worked out. But Riley stayed here. All those other three examples, they all left. And then left a guy in place. And it was a disaster. Riley, you know, obviously Spo grew up in the system and became the coach in that culture. And so Riley was going to be here whether he succeeded or not. So he was going to be held accountable one way or the other. The other guys just leave and they're scot-free and they're clean, dude. But then they leave all that in their wake because we had to deal with Perry Clark and Dave Wanstead. And the sad part is, think about this, Dolphin fans. What if we get the right head coach, the right offensive head coach, let's say, for that moment with that defense that Jimmy left? You get the right offensive coach. Huh? A guy that knows offense, can build an offense, and maybe find a quarterback and develop it with that defense. because one, he couldn't solve the offense. It's crazy shit, isn't it? All right, folks. We thank Alan and all the great people out here at Subaru Pembroke Pines, Eric Stampone. Thank the amazing Sean Stanley. Appreciate all of you out there. Please hit the like button before you go. Anytime you're watching the shows, you can always make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. And those of you that made donations, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it immensely. We shall see you Friday at 10 a.m. live from Acura of Pembroke Pines, just across the street. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
This is the Big O Show.